today's video, I'll be testing two different longboards side by side. These longboards were shaped 3,000 miles apart from one another, and I wanted to see if buying from a local shaper can actually help improve your surfing. My name is Brian James, and you're watching Longboard Sessions. Let's get right into it. First up, we have a 9.2 Bing Continental. Bing has been producing surfboards in California since 1959. This board was designed by Mike Calvani, who worked with Mick Rogers to create the ultimate nose rider. Next up, we have a 9.8 Chingona by Clean Ocean Surfboards. COS is based out of Florida and has been making boards since 1989. Right off the bat, you can see some huge differences between these two boards. The Continental has a much wider nose, much sharper square tail. The Chingona starts to thin out as you get closer to the nose, and has a more round square tail, if that makes any sense. The Continental has a flipped up tail, sharper pinched rails, and a gradual nose concave. What I'm getting at is these boards are very different from one another, which should make for a good experiment. Now let's head to the beach and test both of them out. It is early, and I got next to no sleep last night. And I'm surfing. Oh boy. All right, let's get this ladder out of here. And I'm loading up two boards today. All right. The waves are forecast to be about 2 to 3 feet today with a slight side shore wind. The wind should be pretty light this morning, so I don't see that being a problem, and it should be a pretty good day for longboard. Alright, got the much needed coffee. I worked till late last night, got home, and I couldn't fall asleep. I got maybe an hour of sleep last night, so I gotta wake myself up. But I'm extremely excited to try both of these boards today. Ray, the guy I borrowed the East Coast board from, he was trying to get me to buy this board before I ended up buying the Bing Continental, so we'll see if he was right in the end. All right, let's finish our drive to the beach. We'll check a few spots, and we'll get going. See you soon. At the first spot here, let's give it a check. Okay, here we go. The big reveal. I think these waves are gonna work out. I didn't bring my other lens with me, so you're not going to get a good shot of them, but yeah, these are the size we want. Not too big, exactly what we're looking for. Gonna have to wait a second for a set to roll in, but I'm thinking this jetty over here looks pretty good. This looks like the winner. Let's get suited up and get out in the water. It's a shame I can't get any sun on this farmer stand today, but maybe next time. Who am I kidding? I always wear a wetsuit. I decided to take the Bing Continental out first today due to the fact that it is my board, I'm the most used to it, and I wanted to get a baseline feel for the waves before I took something new out there. I picked this spot due to the fact that the wave often rebuilds after the initial ride, which gives me a chance at longer rides. However, because they lost power fairly quickly, they were not the easiest to nose ride. After a couple mediocre nose rides, I decided to switch to the Chingona. I know this board is 6 inches longer than the Continental, and I'm going to take that into account during the testing. Right off the bat, I can feel the size of this board when paddling. There also seems to be more rocker in the nose, which makes this board almost impossible to nosedive when catching a wave. It took me a while to start getting used to this board, and to be honest, I surfed the Bing Continental much better, but there was something about this board that sparked my interest. The Chingona seemed much more stable in those steep, critical sections of the wave, and I need to explore that aspect of this board on different waves before I make my ultimate decision. Well, I have so many things to say about the differences between the two boards, but before I do that, I want to go surf again. I want to go try some different waves, maybe some steeper ones, cleaner ones. Today was so much fun, but they were not the usual waves I ride. They were a little flatter, not quite as steep, so not quite a good enough test for my mind. Both boards so far have their pros and cons, but let's go out again. I'm gonna go grab a coffee, head home, and we'll fast forward to the next time I surf, which I assume is a couple days from now. But for you, it's 5 seconds. See you then. Stay tuned, because in the session coming up, I find out the obvious winner between these two boards. I gotta stop waking up before 5 in the morning. This is crazy, but you know what? It's a lot of fun. I tell you what, doing this video, comparing these two boards is very fun, but I can't wait till it's over, because loading two boards into the truck, carrying two boards onto the beach, it's getting old. And this is only my second time doing it. All right, board number 2. All right, we are all loaded up. We're ready to go. I need a cup of coffee. Let's do that first, then we'll head to the beach. Okay, let's go to the beach. Today the waves are forecasted to be a little smaller and cleaner than last time, so I definitely got my hopes up. Day 2 in the comparison between east versus west. I'm really hoping the waves today will be slightly easier to nose ride. That way I could really test out the nose riding ability of both boards. Okay, it is looking fun. All right, this is gonna be a good day. Perfect. Waves are much smaller, and I will definitely get many nose ride opportunities, so that's a good thing. Hoping to get some nice nose rides in the pocket to check. I want to check the stability of both boards. Final location. Let's see what it gives us. What are the odds? We always run into each other. All right, we found the location, and funny enough, I ran into the owner of the Clean Ocean Surfboard. That's him in his Jeep right there. So I stole his board, and I'm not gonna let him ride it. I'm kidding, of course. All right, let's go get suited up. Look at you.
I told you not to do that.
I'm starting out with the Bing again today. Ray is riding the Traditional by Clean Ocean Surf, and Gilad is bringing out his trusty 9-foot Pizel. In the beginning of this session, I struggled a bit on the Bing. Here's an example of some really ugly cross-stepping. This wave sums up the problem I have with lefts on this board. I just can't seem to get the board set up properly before it's already flying down the line. All right, enough of this. Let's take the Chingona out and see if I have better luck. Right away, I noticed a huge difference on lefts. I had more stability. It was much easier to control and much easier to cross-step. Weirdly enough, even stalling was easier. On this wave, I was able to stall and run to the nose fast, something I've been trying to do for months on the Continental. But how does it nose ride, you might ask? Well, here's me getting one of the best rides of my life, and probably my first true hang 10 in the pocket. I also was able to hang 10 2 other times this session, but sadly it was after Chris the drone pilot had already left. Before I declare which board is the ultimate winner in this battle, I just need to say that board selection often comes down to personal preference. I know some very skilled longboarders in New Jersey, and some of them prefer the Bing Continental, and some of them prefer the Chingona. That being said, I was able to hang 10 on the Chingona 3 times today, something I've barely done on the Bing Continental. Therefore, the Chingona takes the win in this video, and I'm currently in the market for a used one. Make sure you comment below if you've had any experience with these boards, and let me know what your thoughts are. Watch this video next for some cross-stepping tips. Thanks for watching, and I'll see everybody next Thursday.